When the villagers discovered Okoro's ravaged farm, a chill of fear ran through them. The giant yam was gone, the soil was torn asunder, as if swallowed whole from below. And Okoro, the once proud and boastful farmer, had vanished. All that remained were his hat and hoe, half buried in the disturbed earth, silent witnesses to his disappearance. His wife, Ngozi, was inconsolable, her cries echoing through the empty fields day and night. "My husband, where are you? Please, come home." But her only answer was the wind, whispering softly through the broken yam vines. That night, a strange energy settled over the village as the moon climbed high into the sky. The dogs barked at nothing, goats bleated and bolted from their pens. Even the trees seemed to sway in a strange, unsettling rhythm. Then, from Okoro's desolate farmland, a deep, humming sound began to rise, like a heartbeat from beneath the ground. Boom, boom, boom. Drawn by the sound, Ngozi and a few brave villagers rushed toward the farm. What they saw made them gasp. The ground was trembling, and from the torn earth, a single yam vine was slowly growing, twisting and glowing with an eerie light in the moonlight. The other villagers screamed and fled in terror, but Ngozi stayed. She knelt beside the glowing vine, her heart pounding, and whispered, "Okoro, is that you?" And then a voice answered. It was soft, weak, but undeniably familiar. "Ngozi, help me." She froze. It was Okoro's voice, coming from beneath the very ground she stood on. The next morning, the village elders gathered at the cursed farm. Old man Naji, a man wise in the ancient ways, looked at the glowing vine and said grimly, "This is no ordinary yam." The spirit of the earth warned him, but his greed has twisted a blessing into a curse. Ngozi fell to her knees, begging, "Please, you must save him." Naji sighed, his face etched with concern. "To free him, we must perform a ritual under the next full moon. But be warned, if greed still resides in his heart, the earth will never release its hold." The night of the next full moon finally arrived, bathing the land in a silvery glow. The villagers gathered around the magic yam, their soft chants and the gentle beat of drums filling the air. Elder Naji poured palm wine onto the soil, his voice ringing out, "Spirit of the earth, we call upon you. Release Okoro if his soul has learned its lesson." At his words, the ground began to move violently. The yam vine twisted and writhed, and then a human hand pushed its way out of the soil. The crowd gasped, slowly, painfully. Okoro crawled out, covered in dirt, weak and trembling. He collapsed to his knees, his body racked with sobs. "I am sorry. I am so sorry. I should have shared. I should have listened." A powerful voice, seeming to come from the air itself, echoed through the night. "Okoro, greed blinded your eyes and hardened your heart. You desired wealth but forgot wisdom. You wanted food but forgot to feed others. You were given a gift and turned it into a curse." As the voice faded, the ground pulsed with a final, golden light, and the magical vine withered into dust. Okoro looked up and saw the villagers watching him in silence. He wept openly, his voice thick with shame. "Forgive me, my friends. I thought riches would make me great. But now I know a greedy man can never be rich, even if he owns the whole world." From that day forward, Okoro was a changed man. He gave away most of his harvest to those in need and helped his neighbors rebuild their farms. Whenever he saw a yam, he was reminded of the spirit's lesson. And every year, under the light of the full moon, Okoro would gather the village children and tell them his story, always ending with the same words, "Greed grows fast." But it always dies faster than kindness. True wealth, he learned, is not in what you have, but in what you give. I hope you found wisdom in this tale. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe for more African folktales and moral stories every week. Join our folktale family and let the voice of Africa fill you with wonder. Thank you for watching.